Stabilizers, two-wheel bike, wheelchair user, so I need something that's going to catch me when I slow down and something I can flip up when I pull away. So I made this bit of a mock-up here. There it is. So this was just a bit of a wobbly prototype to see whether I can get an over center lever to drop down, hold some stabilizers in place, which is what this arm here sort of signifies. And that lever dropping down would mean that that was held in place, and then I could pull the lever back up and get those stabilizers out of the way. It's all a little bit worn now because I've been flicking around with it, but that was the basic principle, which I'm trying to now make in steel. So I've got a piece of box section that I've cut the side off, and I'm just lining some bits up now. These are some bearings I've got. In which I can sort of run this bit of tube once I fix the bearings in. So now I've just got to fix these bearings on the other side into it, and then see whether I can make the rest of this paraphernalia, which is what these rose jointed, adjustable rose jointed joints are for. So I've already started it. I'm just going to make this other side up now, and then we can go from there. Okay, so I've got my two sets of shafts ready to mount. I've got my rose joint to go in. The width of these rose joints pretty much match the gap that I've got in there, which means if I've got to bolt something to the side, I'm going to have to slightly offset it. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of a kink in the one lever. I'm going to weld that over there, and I've put a dog leg in it just to give me the extra clearance, so that that will still sit central, and I'll dog leg the other one as well. So my next job is to weld this onto that shaft on that side, hopefully getting it square, and then we'll see where we go from there. Okay, well, I've made these two bits up, onto which my rose jointed lever can go onto. You might still see this one's still smoking a little bit, just fresh off the welder. So I'm going to try the first assembly and see whether things may be right as far as angles are concerned. Let's have a little look. Okay, so it looks like we've got an early success. What's going to happen is, if you imagine that this was the other way up and this was a stabilizer, what that will basically do, that's the stabilizer in its down position. So this will go on the crossbar, stabilizer wheel up here, and then what we will do is that will be the stabilizer kicked up out of the way. So it sort of work like this. So I need to put a stop on this side so this can't over rotate, which would be just another arm welded off down to here, and I might even put an adjustable bolt here so I can adjust how much that bit can move. And then what I need is a hefty spring to put some force on this bit. Right, I briefly mentioned that I'd made this bit of a prototype to see how I was going to get my stabilizers to work, and I made it out of cardboard and a few cocktail sticks, and what it's turned into is this. So I haven't really spent a lot of time demonstrating how I made this, because it's not going to be a lot of interest to many people who are following the e-bike chopper type theme, because many of those people won't need stabilizers, but I do. So I've just cut straight to, this is how it works. So if you imagine this is upside down and this is my stabilizers when they're tucked away, I'll have a lever and that'll be my stabilizers down, and then when I want to fold them back up again, then I'll just do that. So that's the plan. There's a bit more to do. I've got to put these stabilizer legs on, and I've got some small wheels. Got some small wheels that will go on, but essentially that's how they're going to work. So let's crack on to the next stage.